At this point, Congress looked as weak as an MFer when it comes down to Trump and his tax returns. They have been at Trump from the first time he was on the campaign trail for his taxes. Now he's damn near almost finished his first term in office, and Congress is still weeping and whining for these tax returns. And you know what this is showing? That when it comes down to the president and getting information from the president, Congress has no power. They have no power. We have seen these stories in the headlines now for the past few years. Oh, we are seeking his tax returns for the last 10 years. We're seeking his tax returns for the last 8 years. We got a court injunction trying to get the tax returns. I mean, this has gone on for damn near 5 years now. You got to count the year he was on the campaign trail plus his presidency. And these people are still sitting there saying the same damn shit from 5 years ago and still have nothing. So, what we are seeing, ladies and gentlemen, is how weak Congress really truly is in America, and their inability to do anything through the courts or through Congress to get these taxes. There have been lawsuits filed for it and everything else, and they still sitting there with nothing. Looks damn weak. Very, very weak. So this came out in the Washington Post. Congress can seek 8 years of Trump's tax records, court order indicates. This ain't the first time there's been a court order. Congress can seek eight years of the president's tax records, according to a federal appeals court order Wednesday that moves the separation of power conflict one step closer to the Supreme Court. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit let stand an earlier ruling against the president that affirmed Congress' investigative authority on a day when the White House was holding the first public impeachment inquiry hearing. Trump lawyer Jay Sekulow said in response to Wednesday's decision that the president's legal team will be seeking review at the Supreme Court. D.C. Circuit was responding to Trump's request to have a full panel of judges rehear a 3-judge decision from October that rejected the president's request to block lawmakers from subpoenaing his longtime accounting firm. A majority of the court's 11 active judges voted against revisiting the case. 3 judges, Naomi Rao, Gregory Katas, and Karen LaCraft Henderson, indicated that they would have granted the rehearing, and publish dissenting statements. Well, remember, the Supreme Court is leaning more right than left. I mean, just because this goes to the Supreme Court does not mean Trump will lose this. So, ladies and gentlemen, seriously, these legal suits and subpoenas have been going back and forth since Trump been in office. I really, at this point, what is the point? We know Trump is a lousy businessman. That's why he doesn't want to show this stuff. And y'all, you will see if his taxes are released, you're going to see exactly what I mean. This man can't run no damn businesses. He never could. He just knows how to get in front of a crowd like many people like himself and talk a good game, but cannot back it. He has nothing in his past or present that backs it up. And people just conveniently ignore this and move on. This man ain't no businessman. Even when his own father was living, he had to bail him out. Okay? Mm-mm. This ain't no businessman. And this is why he won't show you his school records either. Trump was not a good student. And I would not doubt if you saw his school record, he's probably one of those people that barely showed up for school. The court order does not mean Trump's tax records will be turned over to Congress immediately. I believe he's going to make it through his entire first term without any tax records being seen. If they get it, I'll be surprised at this point. They've been squabbling over this forever now. The D.C. Circuit previously said it would put any ruling against the president on hold for 7 days to give Trump's attorney time to ask the Supreme Court to step in. Sekulow, in a statement, cited the well-reasoned dissent in Trump's decision to go to the Supreme Court. Trump's attorneys also are planning to ask the high courts as soon as Thursday to block a similar subpoena for the president's tax records from the Manhattan District Attorney, who was investigating hush money payments in the lead up to the 2016 election. Yes, Stormy Daniels, who said Trump was lousy in bed, by the way. Whoa, that's embarrassing. The New York-based appeals court ruled against Trump this month and refused to block the subpoena for his, Mazars USA. So they would not block the subpoena to his accounting firm, which is in New York. The quest for information followed testimony from Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, that Trump had exaggerated his wealth when he sought loans. Lawmakers are investigating potential conflicts of interest, including the accuracy of the president's financial disclosure. He's not going to reveal that stuff. He's going to keep, just prolonging this thing with all kinds of counter lawsuits and everything to keep Congress from this information. Like I said, if this information is revealed, you're going to see what a big liar this man is when it comes down to how much wealth he has and him being such a great businessman. You're going to see that both of those things are not true. Trump is not no billionaire. He's not. Nor has he ever been a billionaire. A divided 3-judge panel of the court held in October that the House had issued its subpoenas for legitimate legislative pursuits, not an impermissible law enforcement purpose, as the president's lawyers had argued. Contrary to the president's arguments, the committee possesses authority under both the House rules and the Constitution to issue the subpoena, and Mazars must comply, wrote Judge David S. Tatel, I guess, who was joined by Patricia Millett. Both were nominated by Democratic presidents. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Do you think Congress will ever get these tax returns? I tell you what, if nothing else, Trump has showed us how weak and inadequate Congress is when it comes down to easily getting these tax records. And Why keep going on and on about this now? When Trump did not provide tax records on the campaign trail, you should have shut him down then. You really should have. You should have shut him down. Instead of doing that, you let him be sworn in as president without this information. So why are you bitching and moaning about it now? You done waited until he's practically done his first term and you're still whining for these returns? That says a lot. Looking pretty weak there, Congress. Looking pretty weak. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.